Reading between the lines, understanding subtext in conversations. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling like everything went fine, only to find out later that the other person was hinting at something or expecting you to do something you never knew they asked? You heard every word they said, so why does it feel like you missed the whole conversation? Hi, I'm Jacqueline from ASD Life Coaches, where we help autistic adults build real-world skills, confidence, and independence through cognitive life skills coaching. And today, we're going into one of the most common and most frustrating social challenges our clients bring to us: subtext. Here's what I'm going to break down for you today. First, what subtext actually is and why autistic brains are wired to miss it. Second, how this plays out in real conversations at work, at home, and with friends. And third, 3 practical tools you can start using right away to decode what people actually mean, even when they're not saying it directly. So let's get into it. So what is subtext? Subtext is the meaning underneath the words. It's what someone is communicating without saying it out loud. Here's the thing. Most neurotypical communication is absolutely packed with it. Researchers estimate that somewhere between 65 and 93% of human communication is nonverbal or implied. That means the actual words being spoken are often the smallest part of the message. For most neurotypical people, picking up on subtext happens automatically and unconsciously. Their brains are constantly running a background process that cross-references tone, facial expression, body language, social context, and relationship history all at the same time, just to figure out what someone really means. For autistic brains, that background process works very different. Your brain is often wired for direct, literal processing. When someone says something, your brain does exactly what it's supposed to do. It takes the words at face value and processes them logically. That's not a flaw. That is actually a very efficient and honest way to communicate. The challenge is that you're essentially playing a game where the other players haven't told you all the rules. There's also something important happening with social prediction. Neurotypical brains are constantly making micro predictions about what someone else is feeling or intending based on subtle cues. This is sometimes called theory of mind, the ability to model what's going on in another person's head. For many autistic people, this process takes more conscious effort. It doesn't mean it's impossible, it means it's not automatic, and that difference is exhausting and invisible to almost everyone around you. Add to that the reality that many autistic adults are also managing cognitive load in social situations, tracking the conversation, monitoring your own responses, managing sensory input, maybe masking. And there's simply less mental bandwidth left to also decode a layer of hidden meaning you weren't even told existed until now. This is not a character flaw, this is a neurological difference, meaning a world that rarely explains its own unspoken rules. Let's look at how this actually plays out in real life. Let me give you a scenario. The workplace, right? Your manager stops by your desk and says, "Wow, you've really been putting in long hours lately." You say, "Yeah, I've been trying to get everything done and go back to work." The next week, your manager brings up in a meeting that deadlines are slipping and the team needs to communicate more proactively. What you heard was a neutral observation about your schedule. What your manager meant was, "Concerned something is wrong. Are you overwhelmed? Do you need help?" They were opening a door for you to share a problem. You just didn't know the door was there. You took it for face value. Scenario 2, a friendship. Your friend says, "It's fine, don't worry about it," after you cancel plans. You feel relieved, you move on. A few weeks later, you notice they've been distant and not sure why. What you heard was permission to cancel without consequences. What they meant was, "I'm hurt, but I don't want to make a big deal about it." The words said one thing, the relationship was communicating something completely different. In of these cases, you weren't being careless or selfish. You were responding to exactly what was said. The disconnect happened in a layer of communication that no one taught you how to do. So what are we going to do about it? Okay, here are 3 tools you can actually use. You want to check the tone. Quick 2-second mental habit where you can compare the tone of what someone says to the content of what they say. When those 2 things don't match, that's your signal that subtext is likely present. This works because subtext almost always lives in the gap between tone and words. If someone says, "I'm fine," in a flat or clipped voice, "I'm fine," the tone and the content are mismatched. After someone speaks, ask yourself silently, do the words and the tone feel like they match? If the answer is no, or even "I'm not sure," that's your cue to slow down and follow up. I want you to use this in any conversation where the stakes feel higher, with a manager, with a partner, with a close friend, or any situation where you're getting an unexpected or confusing response. Tool number 2, the clarifying question, right? A set of pre-prepared phrases you can use to gently check whether there's more being communicated than what was actually said, without it feeling awkward, without it feeling confrontational. This works because most people actually appreciate being asked. It shows you're paying attention and that you care. It takes the guesswork off of your plate entirely. Here are a few scripts that you can keep in your back pocket. I want to make sure I'm understanding you. Is there anything you'd like me to do differently? Or, I got the sense there might be more to this. Am I reading that right? Just checking in. Are we good? These phrases are low pressure, non-accusatory, and they give the other person an easy opening to say what they actually mean. Practice them until they feel natural. You can even write them on your phone as a note for reference. I want you to use this anytime you get that vague sense that something's off, or after a conversation where the other person's response felt unexpected, short, flat, or maybe even dismissive. Tool number 3, the context anchor. A brief mental check-in before or after a conversation where you ask yourself 3 grounding questions to give words more context. This works because subtext is deeply tied to situation and relationship. The same sentence means different things depending on who's saying it, what's been happening lately, and what the setting is. This tool helps your brain factor in that context deliberately, since it may not be happening automatically. The 3 questions I want you to ask are: 1, what's been going on with this person lately? Are they stressed? Have things been tense between you? Are they usually direct or indirect? 2, what is the situation asking for right now? Is this a professional setting, an emotional conversation? Is it a casual check-in? 3, what would most people probably want or need in this moment? This isn't about mind reading. It's about using logical reasoning, which is actually a strength, to make an educated interpretation. This is best used before a high-stakes conversation or as a reflection tool afterward when you feel like something went sideways and you're not sure why. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. The fact that you have to learn subtext consciously when others learned it without knowing does not make you less capable. It makes you someone who deserves a clear map in a world that hands most people an invisible one. These are learnable skills, and every time you practice one of these tools, you are building something real. If this video helped you, like and subscribe below. And if you're ready to go deeper, visit us at ASDLifeCoaches.com to learn